Hmm. Hello, hello. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How's everybody doing on this lovely Friday? We'll get started here. So, what do we have here? 1,000 numbers for Pick-3. I start with this to show that you can get 1,000 numbers on a piece of paper. And that's why I only do Pick-3 because I can actually track the 1,000 numbers with the Pick-3 at a glance strategy. I don't have to guess anything about these 1,000 numbers. Pick 4, pick 5, pick 6s, pick 4 with 10,000, pick 5 with 100,000, and I don't recall how many pick 6 have. Maybe I know it's over 100,000. That's way too many. So I don't invest my money in those games. I look at Pick-3 as an investment. I invest in Pick-3 because I can track everything there is to know about the Pick-3 numbers. I can track the actual number. I can track the front pair of the number. I can track the back pair of the number. I can track the single digits of the number. I can track the single pairs of the number. With that to my advantage and use the law average, how many times have I won? I've won 5 times this month, which is pretty good. But it's not how often you win, Super Dave. It's how you play the game. You have to play the game with knowledge and wisdom and using the data and knowing when to play and when to back off the play. I come out ahead every year. I'm ahead now, but but you have to track the actual data. Winning is not. It's a small part of the game, Dave. How often I win? I can win every day and still be broke if I don't know why I'm playing the numbers. Thanks for that question. Appreciate it. It's a great question. But yeah, I win regular. You go back and look at my couple of videos. I done posted at least 4 or 5 times. I won already, and the tickets. And I get an email from the Illinois Lottery showing that I won and the date I won on. And I don't show the money I won, but you get the idea. If you follow me, I do pretty well. If you follow me and follow what I'm doing, you'll understand. Yeah, you'll understand. Believe me. If you do what I'm doing, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. You have to collect your data. That's why I'm emphasizing more now since we're in December. You got to go back a year, Dave, and get the data. Catch yourself up. Uh, well, I got time here. Maybe some people come on and I'll catch up. But I've been really going to answering people's questions in depth so they'll understand what's going on here. And I only do pick three, so I don't do pick fours. I don't put up numbers for anybody. Teamwork makes the dream work. You're going to have to track the numbers. You're going to have to get the data. Then I show you how to implement the data to win. When I was in Missouri, but I had eye surgery, so I came over to Illinois because my daughter lives in Illinois, and she said, Dad, since you got eye surgery, I don't want you in this house by yourself. You come stay with us until your eyes get better. So I've been in Illinois. So when I got to Illinois, I had to do the work. I had to collect the data. And here you go. I went back with my Pick-3 at a glance workout sheet, which I explained to more in detail to you. Okay? And here it is. I went back with this sheet on the singles and the doubles. I took 22 numbers, did the 1-1 rundown on them, and created the Pick-3 at a glance strategy. On this sheet, I can look at everything going on with these 1,000 numbers. I organized the 1,000 numbers in a way that on 22 columns, whenever a number is drawn or the winning number is drawn, I know exactly what column it comes off of. So what I did when I got over here in June from Missouri, I had to go back and eliminate all the numbers that have came in. That way, I'm building and narrowing down the list of numbers that I have to play. See what I'm saying? I'm working with the law average. Really what I do is find the numbers that have not played, narrow them down, build me a bucket list, and start playing those numbers, because working with the law average, those numbers have to rotate and come out. See what I'm saying? You're not going to get that with no tic-tac-toe, no date sum, no grid, no flip, no mirror, no multiple different rundowns. Ain't not going to do you any good if you don't have the correct data to implement using those tools and knowledge of why you playing your numbers. If you don't know why you playing your number, don't play it. If you don't know why you play it, and that's the best thing I tell you. That's why I say teamwork makes the dream work. It's not me tracking these numbers and trying to put up numbers every day for everybody. It's you tracking and putting the data, implementing the data, and going looking at my videos and coming to my lives, and we all work together and get you all in the winner circle for your state, because all these numbers rotate different in all states. That's why I couldn't use a simple plan and come from Missouri and go to Illinois and think what I'm using in Missouri going to work when all the numbers are different. That's crazy thinking. That's stinking thinking there to me. How you going to, the system that's working for Missouri, I think it worked for Illinois? No, because the numbers ain't the same. Texas, no, the numbers ain't the same. Numbers ain't the same midday to evening. So why? It has the best odds of hitting, yes, for sure. Yeah, Pick-3 hits, yes, for sure. You say wait, quick picks really hit. Anything hit if you're in it long enough to win. Now Pick-3s, I wouldn't suggest no quick picks. I really would. I don't do quick picks. Because there's no rhyme or reason way these 1,000 numbers going to come out, and you need a system to track them to see what's going on with them, and working with the law average. No, I don't do quick picks. You don't have to do quick picks either when you're tracking the actual 1,000 numbers using the Pick-3 at a glance strategy. Now, quick picks is not going to tell you anything, just like all the different rundowns, tic-tac-toe, date sum, grids, and flips, and all that don't tell you anything if you're not looking at what the actual numbers are doing in your state, midday and evening. Midday numbers don't bring evening numbers. Evening numbers don't bring midday numbers. Certain numbers don't bring certain numbers. It looks like that because it's only 1,000 numbers. And all that stuff, it looks like it works like that, but it really don't. Unless you know why you playing the number, if you don't know what's going on with the front pair of that number, the back pair of that number, or the single pair of that number, you're looking at the trees instead of looking at the forest. When you play, you want to look at the forest. You want to look at all 1,000 numbers. You want to know the facts about the number, not the theory about a number. And if you don't have all 1,000, you're looking at everything you do is a theory to win it. That's why I only do Pick-3. I can explain Pick-3. I can make Pick-3 make sense to people. I can't make 10,000 numbers make sense to nobody, not even me. I can't make 100,000 numbers to follow make sense to anybody but me. That's all luck. I don't care how they slice it and dice it. They know it's all luck. But Pick-3 has to work with the law average. Those three numbers have to change positions. Those three numbers have to change positions. Let me show you here. Or two numbers, whatever, to make up the 1,000 numbers. Show you what I'm talking about. I like your questions. You ask some good questions. Here you go. See, this is what the law average works like. See, say you got the numbers 1, 2, 3. With the law average, each one of these numbers have to change position, the 1, 2, and the 3, to make up the 1,000 numbers. And you have to be aware of what's going on with them. Okay, now, let's say the 1, then it'll be 1, 3, 2. That's one position when they change position. The next position they can come is 2, 1, 3. And then the next position they can come is 2, 31. And then the next position it can come is 3, 1, 2. And the next position out of 1,000 numbers can come 3, 2, 1. That's all the positions that these numbers can come out of the 1,000 numbers. That's all the numbers in the 1,000 numbers. Okay? So by the law average, these numbers have to rotate. They can't play 1, 2, 3 every day, or everybody kill them. But it got it in such a way where the law average is not the law average, but the opportunity is on their side of winning. And it's more so if nobody's tracking the actual 1,000 numbers and seeing what's going on with them. Okay? The reason being, all these 1,000 numbers are random. All right? Let me see here again. The makeup, and then you got, these are the singles that come 6 different ways because they got 3 different numbers. The doubles, like let's say 1, 2, 2. It can only come 3 different ways out of the 1,000 numbers. And that comes 2, 1, 2, and it comes 2, 2, 1. Okay? They are the only 3 numbers out of the 1,000 numbers that you're going to get out of this 1, 2, 2. It pays the less because it's harder to hit. This pays more because there's more of them and it's easier to hit them because it comes 6 different ways, where this one only comes 3 different ways. See what I'm saying? Now, and you got your triples. These are the doubles. And then you got your triples. And they can only come one way, 0, 0, 0. See, 0, 0, 0, no matter where these numbers change places, it's still going to be 0, 0, 0. The number don't change. And it's even harder to hit triples. It's a less of a chance to hit triples than all of them. That's why I don't really invest in triples unless tracking the actual 1,000 numbers, I have a reason to play triples. Okay? So I got a system for winning triples. Every time I play triples, I win. I don't invest in just playing triples. Okay? Because you're always having to know what's going on with these numbers in order to make rational decisions on how to play, which you cannot see with the different rundowns and the tic-tac-toes, the grids. Now, I'm going against the grain on this, and I know it. I know I'm going against the grain. But, you know, if nobody went against what everybody I thought was right, we still be on horse and buggy. You know what I'm saying? If nobody went against the horse and buggies, we still be on horse and buggies. You know what I'm saying? So I know I'm going against the grain, but I got to get it out there for people to realize how to use my strategy. Okay? Good question. Appreciate your questions. Ask me anything. Ask me anything, anytime. I can explain the system and explain to you why I'm playing any number or anything what I'm doing. I know the total mechanics of Pick-3 at a glance. Total mechanics of it and how to explain it. and won't tell you to flip and mirror no numbers to win. Okay, now that there. And the reason being, see, all these numbers are random in all the states. You can't just use a same strategy to try to win in different states and all the numbers are different. All those state numbers are tailor-made to that state at that time. Like all the numbers now in Illinois are tailor-made to what's been played in Illinois. That's why I'm saying you got to go back, collect the data, put all the trees together so you can see the forest. And you have to take this data and transfer it over to 2024. I'm sorry, 2025. See? You have to take your data and don't stop transferring, because the reason why you have to transfer in the law average, all you're going to get is out of these 1,000 numbers, a third of these numbers every year. There's 365 days in a year. Here's 1,000 numbers. If you played every one of these numbers exact, you're only going to get a third of that 1,000 numbers. That's all you're going to get. Okay? Now, so that means that it takes, for these 1,000 numbers to rotate and each one of these numbers to come out, like, it takes 3 to 4 years or better. I know I've been tracking this for 30 years. And before I was tracking, I wasn't doing, I had no idea why I was playing no numbers. I was playing strictly off luck. And luck ain't a good place to be when you're trying to make money. You have to look to invest. I wanted to invest the money. I want to win. So that's why I put together a strategy that I could put all these numbers, combine them, and make 22 columns. And on those 22 columns, I would be able to know everything there is about what's going on with those numbers and the best way to use it. The best way to use them. Like here, these are 22 numbers I did. Okay, those are 22 numbers I done. All right. I'm about to do something here. All righty. I woke up this morning. Give me 1 minute here. 1 minute. Oh, I don't want to do that. Give me 1 minute. 1 to a minute. All right. All righty. Illinois lottery today, and I'm straight specific for Illinois lottery, but my strategy worked for all states because I'm using all 1,000 numbers. Okay. All 1,000 numbers. All right. Now, we had 483 to come out Illinois evening draw. Okay. Now I can go somewhere with this. These 22 numbers, if you know anything about rundowns, I use the 111 rundown and use it only. Oops. I'll go back here. And use the 111 rundown, and I use it only. That's the only one you're going to have to use, like to use the Pick-3 at a glance strategy. Now, here's the 22 numbers I'm referring to. Okay. And you have 012, 013, 014, 015, 016, 017, 018, 024, 025, 026, 027, 037. Then you have the 011, the 022, the 033, the 044, the 055, the triple zeros, the 011, the 022, the 036, and the 047. Like I showed you, these singles can come 6 different ways. When you do the 1-1 rundown on them, you're going to have 10 numbers. Those 10 numbers represent 60 numbers. So you're going to have 12 singles. Those 12 singles times 60 or is 720 of those 1,000 numbers. You'll look at a glance and know what's going on with those numbers. Also, yeah, I seen it. And that happens. That happens. That's why you have to track. So you know what's going on with those numbers. Yeah, I seen that, Teresa. Yeah. Uh, but I let everybody know what I'm planning. I sure did. That's what I'm saying. There's no rhyme or reason to how the numbers coming out. I wouldn't say that they're cheating because there's no rhyme or reason to how the numbers coming out. That's why you got to track. So you'll know, just like you say, okay, it came out 3 times. That's knowledge that you can use using the Pick-3 at a glance strategy. Well, I know it came out 2 times this year, a month already. I know that already. So that's cool, but that's not one of my numbers I'm playing, and I know why I'm not playing that number. Um, uh, 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 that number. Okay. Now, and I just posted my winnings yesterday that I hit. So I know I stick with my numbers. That's what people do, jump on and off these numbers, and they don't know why they playing these numbers. And when something's going on, they not no more the wiser. Yep. So here, the 001, 002, 003, 004, 005 is the doubles. They come 3 different ways, like I showed you. So that's 9. You only have 9 of those columns. And 9 times 30 gives you 270. What you need? Napkins. Ain't no napkins. We out. Are those napkins or paper towels? What do you look for? Excuse me. We don't have any.
These right here.
Oh, them paper towels. I thought they were. No, okay. I thought that was toilet paper.
Oh, there you see the small one. Because they look together.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Tell them we out.
huh?
We out of paper towels.
Okay.
All right, baby boy. You all right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So, close the door for me, good Mike. Thank you, baby. That gives you 270 plus 720 gives you 999 numbers. I mean, not 99, 990 numbers of the 1,000 numbers at a glance on the 22 columns. And then the triples only come one way. So you got 990, and they only make 10 triples. So you got 990 plus the 10 gives you 1,000, 1,000 dollars. That ain't gonna never change. And working with the law average ain't gonna never change. Well, thank you, Teresa. Thank you. Are never going to change. Okay. Law averages was the best thing we have in our favor, and we have to use it to our advantage. And we have to know how to use it. Even though it's a small advantage, it's an advantage more so than just guessing. And 90% of what we're doing now is guessing the numbers because we don't have any other alternative. But using the law average to our advantage, it puts more of the ball in our court. Okay? Now, all right? So no rhyme or reason. The numbers are random. If anybody telling you anything else other than that, then maybe they need to look at some things a little different and maybe look at because they're random. There's no rhyme or reason why these numbers come out. That's why you have to track and get your data. And I went back, I think I was saying, I went all the way back to January. Now you have to do your homework now. You got to catch up. If you ain't caught up already, you haven't been following me. You got to go back, take one of my sheets, and eliminate the numbers. So when you go into 2025, you already got pretty much the numbers that you're going to be playing in 2025. The numbers that haven't played. See what I'm saying? You got to roll with the numbers. You can't stay in one spot and think you're going to hit. You got to roll. You got to know how these numbers are rolling and turning over. And that's the only thing you can see with the law average. See, I had to go back. Now we're going to do, and I'm going to show you how you do that with the sheet and find the numbers. We're going to do the 1-1 rundown on the 483 that came in. 1-1-1 rundown. And that's going to get us started. That's the only rundown you have to worry about. I kept it real simple with the mathematics because I wasn't good in math. And how I came up with this strategy is I got tired of losing. I had to come up with some way or be a divorce court or be homeless. You do that with these numbers if you let them get you, but you don't have to. I'm here for us to do a better way. Teamwork makes the dream work. I don't put no numbers up. I don't do all that stuff because I can't do all that stuff and everybody win. We have to work as a team. I don't have no memberships. I don't have none of that stuff because I can't. I don't put up numbers. I don't look for numbers for everybody's state and play all that stuff like that. Because I know you can do what I do to win. And if you don't want to do it, then, it has to be something else done. Maybe you do your quick picks or whatever. But, whatever works for you. That's all I can say. Now, this 483, it came in. And then you say, well, I was going to play this and I was going to do that and I was going to. Yeah, but you didn't know why you was going to do it. That's the biggest part of the problem. And if you do win, it's luck. And then after you win, where you going to go get the rest of your numbers from? Okay, the winning number that came in is the 483. We do the 1-1-1 rundown on it. And it's the only rundown you ever need to know to do the Pick-3 class strategy. Okay, you're going to add 1 to 4, you get 5. 1 to 5, you get 6. 1 to 6, you get 7. 1 to 7, you get 8. 1 to 8, you get 9. 1 to 9, you get 10. But you don't use the 1, you just use the 0. In lottery math, you use single numbers. You work with single numbers. And 1 to 0, you get 1. 1 to 1, you get 2. 1 to 2, you get 3. 1 to 3, you're going to get the 4. When you get the same number at the top, you get at the bottom, you add it correctly. Okay? Here you add 1 to the 8, you're going to count straight down. You get the 9, then you're going to get 10, but you're going to just use the 0. And then you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right there. Then you're going to get 1 to the 3. You're going to count straight down. Same number at the bottom. You got top. You add it correctly. You're going to count straight down. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, 1, 2, 3. Like that. Okay? Now, you got 10 numbers. And this is what most of these workouts and rundowns will give you. And then they want to go through and find all, when the next number came in, they'll say, well, these are numbers that should come in tomorrow. They're trying to guess there's nothing out there going to tell you what's coming in the next day. Nothing. And they want to try to figure out what's coming in the next day with no rhyme or reason to what these numbers are going to do. And then when the number come in that's not on here, they do mirrors and flip all these numbers to match what number came in the next day. That's playing in the dark. Because you can make, if you're doing that, you can get 90% of the next day number to be in this rundown. That's why everybody's running around like dogs chasing their tails. Because what we're doing is messed up. See, yeah. So that's why I don't use. This is the only one we use. The only one we have to understand. Now, when we do this here, remember the numbers I gave you, the 22 columns? One of those base numbers, I call them, will always be in any winning number rundown with this 111 rundown workout. Let me show you here. See here? These 22 numbers? One of these numbers will always be in that rundown. And all these numbers have zeros in them. So when you do this 111 rundown, all you concerning yourself with is the 11, is the number with the zero to find the base number. See, because here, let me make sure I can whiz over so you guys, y'all can see everything. You got 12 of these numbers which you'll memorize after a while. You'll remember them. You know, when you see them, you know. Each one of these numbers can come 6 different ways. Or these could come 3 different ways. Now, it might not be in the same position like I showed you that 1, 2, 3. So when you go look at the number, to find the base number, and see what column it's under, well, I know it's not this 605. I know it's not this 049 one. It's this 150. It shows as one. It's going to be 015 on my workout sheet. It's going to be 015. On the workout sheet. We're going to go to column 015. And you'll memorize the numbers once you start doing the rundown. And to find the 483. So you go to column 015, you go down, and there it is, because it's already, like I told you, it already played this month already. So I'll just mark it off. It's showing as 348. And I know that's off of this column here, 015. So any winning number come in, I'll always be able to find it on one of these columns. Okay? I'll always be able to find it on one of the columns. Because all I have to do is find the base number up top, like I did this 015, which was the 483, and go down and I'll find it. It might not be at the 483. It won't when you find it, because all these numbers are in numerical order. These orders don't change. Okay? But you'll always be able to find the winning number in this rundown. Now, the only thing, unless the winning number that comes in be one of the base numbers, all you would do is mark the base number off that it came in. Because, you know, the base number is one of the 1,000 numbers, so they will come in. It might not come in as 015. It could come in as 105, or it can come in as 015, or it can come in as 051, or it can come in as 105, or 150, or 510, or 501. See, because it's got 6 ways to come, see? That's why I only use this, because everything's in numerical order with it. And it's easy to find them once you start looking for them. Easy to find. But no guesswork. You know what's going on with all these 1,000 numbers. So now we did that. Any questions on that maybe? Don't be afraid. All of us started off not knowing. No sin in not knowing. I think it's sin is keep not knowing when you got a chance to know or to ask questions. Because I was very slow in school, and I had a lot of good teachers to help me. I guess that's why I like teaching and training. I trained and taught all my life. I was a manager for 30 years, and I trained hundreds of people. Yep, how to do the job. Now, so if you got that, we're going to go to strategy number 2 with the pairs. Single pairs is imperative that, like I said, you need to know what's going on with the single pairs for the month or the year or everything. You need to know everything about those 1,000 numbers. Out of the 1,000 numbers, I put this triangle together. I don't even know how I came up with it because when I put it together, I didn't even know I had to figure out how to use it. I'm telling y'all, I did. I said, now I got to figure out a way to track pairs, single pairs. I already know about pairs. I want to track single pairs. So what I did, I said, let me try a triangle, some kind of triangle. And I made it, and then I said, let me see if I can find all the pairs. Now, this 384 that came in is 3 separate numbers. So you're going to mark off the 38. It's going to be on there again because it's a repeat number. 38, the 34, and the 48. Right there. Man. See, I put a little check mark. I'm mostly concerned that I know what came in. I'm not really concerned how many times at this point, because I'm looking for the numbers that haven't came in. Like anything with an underline here, I know it's been over 30 days or more since these numbers came in. This 00, this double twos, double sixes that got a line under, and this double eights. Okay. That's why Illinois, I'm telling everybody play triple eights, because triple eights ain't fail, but on the front and the back number, evening draw now. I'm not talking about midday, evening draw. Yes, change it every month. Teresa, change every month. That way, reason you change it every month, Teresa, because if you got a column here, you know, didn't hit for 1 month and you track it, and you know the next month it don't hit, and this can happen. And the next month, three months, you got your eye on them. You ain't really playing them because you should be building, narrow them down till you got your bucket list of numbers to play. So when you win, you ain't going to go looking at all these numbers, or you going to go back to this column you know ain't played for 90 days or 120 days. Because you know, working with the law average, that's what I mean by the law average. Something got to come off this column unless they cheating. So you got your 10 numbers right here that you're looking at playing. And depending on, as you go through the months, say January, and eliminating the numbers off of this column, say this 104, and you realize that this 014 and mirrors, I'm about to tell you all about mirrors, and it's opposite, like is a 569, that 569, you're going to definitely play those, because working with the law average, one or the other going to come. Or if you got 4 of them, which I do have, and that's when I pick my numbers off. If I don't play this whole column, 120 days, I'm normally playing the whole column, because I know this column is ready to pop and get hot. See, time is on your side when you're tracking the actual 1,000 numbers. That's why I don't rush. That's why I don't jump on and off numbers, because I'm watching what they do. Now, if you got this 015, this 124, and this 560, and this 671 ain't play, I'm playing those 4 for sure. I'm probably going to play a little heavier on those and play these box. See, I always know where to invest my money and what numbers and why I'm investing that money. But everything else is guesswork. When you do those 10 rundowns with all those different rundowns, you don't know nothing about none of them numbers. But you know something about all these columns as you're tracking and what numbers are coming off of it. Yeah, you do a sheet every month. But you do an annual sheet too. Like I showed you, that you track all month too. So that's why you would know pretty much when you go to your annual sheet and see what numbers then fail already. And if you see the 015 and the 560 ain't fail, you know you're definitely playing those. And it's been 5 months out or so. Yeah, that's how you get in the winner circle. That's how you bang them, as I call it. Because them numbers they're gonna do that. Okay. Now, like on strategy number 2, like I said here, if you got a double like the 122, the 122, you would mark off the 12, because you only got two separate numbers. So you mark off the 12 and the 22. That lets you know that that pair has failed. And then if you got a triple, like triple zeros, is only one number. So you're going to only mark off one of the pairs, and that would be triple zeros or triple ones or triple twos, whatever triple come in. That's how I know about these eights. I know 8 front ain't failed at all year. I know that I know 8 front ain't failed all year, and I know the 8 on the back only failed once this year in January the 6th. Now, okay. Now why I'm playing the triple eights. Also, the double eights, the pair eights ain't failed since July the 21st. I'd be crazy not to play triple eights, and I'm working with the law average. Triple eights is the number for Illinois for me, evening drop. Okay? Triple eights. I called them in Missouri and they came in, and everybody in Missouri was happy. I called them for the same reason, a little bit more different than this, but it's the same principle. You'll be able to build a strategy and a skill set, tracking the actual 1,000 numbers and knowing what they're doing. Like I said, when you see something like that, you won't be guessing why you're playing. You'll know why you're playing it. Like the 138, the 38 again. And it's kind of coming over here. It's funny, but I ain't trying to chase that number. I got my numbers. I'm staying with them. That 3-8 in Missouri hadn't played for 128 days. So what if I said, okay, that 438 is hot. Yeah, I'm going to get on that 438. You know that number might not show up. That 3-8 pair might not show up again for 128 days, and you got on it. I ain't getting on numbers that didn't played. I want to get on numbers that ain't played. I got a better chance of getting them. You see the logic? You get on this 438, and a 38 pair might not show up again for another 120 days. It can happen. These are random numbers. But they got to work with the law average by the ones that not played or not rotated. Yeah, any of these pairs can take 120 days and not show up, and you playing them if you don't know why you playing. Any of them. But I knew why I was playing. I knew 338 hadn't failed and 883 hadn't failed. And so I played the 338 and hit because I knew why I was playing. I ain't guessing none of my numbers, ever. Zilch. That's why I don't do quick picks. Sometimes I get one just to see what the numbers might be doing. But I just playing around, but I'm putting a whole lot of money in nothing. But I really don't even, I don't remember last time I bought a one quick pick. There's no reason to. Because I always know where I'm playing my numbers, and I know anything that I'm getting ain't going to be worth a dime anyway. I'd rather put that extra dollar on something I know why I'm playing. And here again, here, the 8, it came in 8, 3, 4. It came, see, I have, this is strategy number 3 right here. Well, they single numbers like 0 to 1. They want to know when that number get cold and play that single code number with some other numbers you playing with no rhyme or reason why you would be playing it. So I said that ain't making sense. I got to know what position these numbers that's not playing in if I'm eliminating and knowing what number I'm going to play that ain't failed. I made 3 columns from 0 to 9. And like this 483 that failed, I'm going to mark that 4 off on the front, know that number hit. I'll mark the 8 off in the middle, know that number hit. And mark the 3 off on the end. Okay? Just that simple. Now, whatever number that don't fall, in what position, I know how I'm gonna play that number if I'm playing it. All right? Let me show you here, for example. I'm probably getting used to space over here. Say, let's go with that 483. I'm gonna use that as an example that came in. Say I'm playing that 483 every day. That's my daily carry. That's when I narrow it down to to be my daddy to carry. And I realized doing this simple strategy, here on strategy number 3 with the 483, that the 3 ain't fail, that the 8 ain't fail on the front. Let's say it ain't fail. All right? If the 8 ain't fail all in the front, all month, and the 8 ain't hit, that next month, I'm going to make sure that 483, normally I'll be playing this straight box. I'll make sure I play it as 8-3-4 and 8-4-3. See what I'm saying? If I played it 50 cents straight, because I got a chance of hitting it that way. Exact, because working with the law average, and I know this 483 ain't failed. When it do come, the possibility of it falling is just like that. And that's how I win. That's how you win. I got a possibility of it coming. I know what's going. I ain't guessing what I'm doing with this 8. I know what I'm doing with that 8 and why I'm doing. That's to try the work to hit the numbers straight. See, I shoot to hit all my numbers straight, but I know how to play them to hit them straight. Everything else is guesswork. This here, you know why you putting this 8 here. And hopefully you know why you're playing your 4-8-3. Now, remember I was telling you all about the 8-8? I'm playing the 8-8. My number was 4-8-8. Now, if I didn't know better, I'd be upset. Say, oh, and they played that 4-8-3, or they mirror and flipping my number, so I ain't going to play it. I'm going to stop playing it and all that stuff. No, this 4-8-8 is solid. Because I'm wheeling it down because I know the 8-8 pair. I wheeled down the numbers. The 8-8, just look, hear me out a little bit. I hope I ain't getting too ahead of everybody. And if I am, just answer questions here. Let's see. Well, thank you, Teresa. Yeah, I've been doing it 30 years. Since day one, I've never been much of a gambler, and I hate to lose. I hate losing with a passion, even if it's a fun. So you know I hate to lose when I'm losing money. So I studied and I put this system together, and I can explain it. My system, I can't explain nobody else's system, and hopefully, I do a great job explaining it to anybody else that wants to learn it. See, I know the 8, so this is how I'm playing these 8s right now, so you have an idea. How you know what you're doing, not guessing what you're doing. I wheel it down. 880, 881, 882, 883, 884, 885, 886, 887, 88. And you know I'm loading up on these 8s right now. And 889. Now I'm playing, it's called wheeling the numbers, or any pair of numbers. If you don't know exactly how it's going to come, and you want to get them for 50 cents or a dollar, however you want to play responsibly on your budget, OPPB. Be organized, be patient, be persistent, stick with a budget. You're going to have to be organized to win. Got to. You can't be having a whole bunch of papers scattered everywhere and trying to figure this and figure that out and going back, see what pattern fits what pattern. Just do this. You're going to be organized because you're going to see. You don't need all that stuff. Just take it and clean off your desk and put it in trash. That's all I can tell y'all. Okay. So, yeah, here's my 8-8 and here's the 8-8-4. And if you know anything about flips and mirrors, which confuse you, you say, oh, man, so they ain't going to play it. But I'm going to stick with these 8s because these 8s working with the law average got to come. And when they do hit, if one of these hit box, I'll play these 50 box. And you know the 8s, you're going to play 50 straight. You're going to play them straight. That's how I rolled. That's $5. But I won. I take the money I win and invest it. Don't go into your bill money now. I want you to play because you want to, not because you have to, because you ain't paid your light, your gas, your house note, The dog is looking at you crazy because he ain't got no dog food. The cat climbing the wall because it ain't got no food. Now, I've been there, done that, y'all. I'm laughing at me. I'm talking about me. That's why I had to say, hey, I got this ain't working. And that's why I can offer it to everybody and explain it. But yeah, play because you want to, not because you have to. And if you have to, I understand. I can sympathize because believe me, I've been there. And if you win and you can't send nothing to support the channel, just subscribe and do a like, a comment to help build the channel and get the channel out. And when you start winning again, you'll send a little something to the old man for helping you out with this wisdom and knowledge and understanding, I guess. And if you don't, I ain't mad at you. God been good to me. God been good to me. I'm 73. I'm retired. Everything's doing pretty well. I got up this morning, went to the bathroom by myself and not on myself. So I'm doing real good, you know? So I'm doing real good. But I can teach this. I couldn't see, I wanted to do a book, but I just couldn't see myself leaving here with this knowledge and not share it. I really couldn't. All right, Teresa. Okay. Amen. So, yeah, so here's the eights, and I do them 50 box. Now, when they hit, I'm loading up. Even if the eights don't come, I'm loading up on these eights because that's my targeted number. And if they don't come, I ain't mad. I know why I played this. I'll just stick with it because I got other numbers that I play too. Okay. Just like that. That's some of the strategies that you'll implement more powerful strategies on your own as you see what the numbers are doing in your state. That's why you got to track your own numbers for your own state. You have to do your own work. Teamwork's going to make this dream work, not me doing it. It ain't going to do nothing but keep you eating. If you feed a man a fish, he eat for a day. You teach a man a fish, he eat for a lifetime. So I'm trying to teach for a lifetime. This lifetime teaching over here. I like that. I like that. Lifetime teaching. Lifetime teaching over here. I like that. Lifetime teaching over here. Pick-3 of the class. All righty. Lifetime teaching over here, y'all. Lifetime teaching. I like that. I'm gonna put that into my sayings. Okay. We did that. We's on strategy number 3, right? Strategy number 3. Yep. One minute. Let me get myself put my paper coat. Okay. We're on strategy number 3. Yeah, strategy number 3. And then we go to strategy number 4. Front pair, back pair is imperative that you know what's going on with the front pair and back pair. Remember I told you about the 8s, how I knew what's going on with the front of the 8s and the back of the 8s? It's imperative. Even if you can't play front pair and back pair, you need to know that so when you play your numbers, you'll know how to hit them straight. You'll learn that. That'll come to you as you start tracking. A lot of things are going to come to you, and you'll start seeing a lot of things when you're tracking your own numbers for your own state. A lot of things are going to come to you. And you say, oh, that's how they got that. Oh, this is what's going on. And okay, let me go back to 3, show you how I won big in using strategy number 3. Let me do something here. See, when I say reinvest, see, I just hit the 799. I put up a short showing y'all I hit this number. But I knew why I was playing this number, which I'll explain that too. And now we had the 483. See, it just turned back here. See, I mean, 483. And then they say, well, this is a number repeater. You jump on that 483, it might not show up for another 3-8 pair for another 128 days. That's why you can't roll like that. All right. Now, I just hit the 799. But that's one of my daily carries, and I knew why I was carrying. I told everybody I was carrying it. I don't tell you what numbers to play because you might see something different than I do. But I told everybody the numbers I was playing and why I was playing is 799. Because it hadn't came out all year, for one. And I'll show you some other stuff as we go. But, okay. And here, on this strategy number 3, or workout number 3, or strategy number 3. And I tell you, that's why sevens in Missouri didn't play for 2 months with no number. Sevens. So I definitely picked up those 777s. I had a reason. I knew that no 7 played with no number for 2 months. That's the stuff I'm talking about. No rhyme or reason how these numbers falling. So if you're not tracking, you don't know what's going on with them. You say, hey, Shawnee, good to have you with us. You say, does Pick-4 the same? I don't know why they got this little heart. That blocks everything that you try to see. Right in the spot where you need to be seeing. They need to get rid of that heart on your phones and stuff. It says the Pick-4. I don't, the question about Pick-4, if you've been following me I don't do anything with Pick-4. You might see something where you have an idea with Pick-4, but that's 10,000 numbers. 10,000 numbers. So 10,000 numbers, you got 365 days out of the year. That's what, 3% of a chance of hitting them numbers? It pays more money, but I got a Pick-3 that ain't hit in 16 years. 160 that hadn't hit in 16 years. If you get a Pick-3 that don't hit for 15 years, how long you think it would take to hit a Pick-4 that you would be playing? And there's no way to track. There's no law average to that, period. So, I mean, that's strictly luck. If I was going to play Pick-4, to be truthful with you, I'd have a set of numbers I'd play every day and hope for the best, just to put my name in the hat. But I don't think that's going to get you anywhere because, like I said, it's a Pick-3 number. Pick-3 numbers that won't play for 15 years. So if that be one of your numbers, it'd be 15 years before you even hit it exact. I'm talking about exact. I don't know if that answered your question or not. But sevens hadn't hit for 2 months, so I played 777, front pair, back pair, and I wheeled it and hit them, and it came in. That's how you can strategize. Okay, let's see. Front pair, back pair. That 483. Now, these numbers are the same front and back. Front and back. All right. So, I want to know what the front pair and back pair of my number was doing. So, the 48, I mark it off to see that it came in already on the front. And the 83, I want to mark it off to see that it came in, which I know they came in because I know what numbers are left. For Illinois, even since I've been tracking all year, just getting down to the end of the year, and any numbers that are left, I'm carrying over to 2025. I'm not starting all over. I used to start all over with these numbers and realize that the numbers that didn't come in 2024 was showing up with 2025 when I was using the same method in 2024 trying to hit 2025. It wasn't working because the numbers keep rotating. And they rotate out. The 1,000 numbers take 3 to 4 years to rotate out. That's why you got to track them to know even if numbers didn't show up the previous year, showing up the next year. Yep, that's an education. I'm teaching to eat for a lifetime over here. Eat for a lifetime. I like that. Okay, over here. Now that I know what front pair and back pair of numbers have not failed. I'm not guessing what have not failed and what has failed. So, see this 17 hasn't failed, this 37 hasn't failed, and this 50 hasn't failed, and this 88 ain't failed all year. See what I'm saying? So if you was playing any number with 88 on it, it ain't failed for the whole year. So why would you pick a number up with an 88 to play if you don't know what's going on with it? Ain't played for the whole year. Any number with a 17 on the front ain't played all year. So why would you play a number with a 17 if you ain't, but other than now and knowing why you playing it? I ain't playing that with a 17. But when I get extra, you better believe I put some money on that 17 on the front and that 37 on the front and that 50 on the front and the 88 on the front. Yeah, when I got extra money, them my numbers I play. That's what I'm talking about, the bucket list. See what I'm saying? Yeah, oh yeah, I'm definitely in the eights. I'm playing triple eights. For sure. That's it. And like I say, I play them all the way into January pretty much. And I'm probably if them eights don't show up, I'm gonna stay on them eights. They got to roll out. And then here, and like I told you, the eights only fell on the back January 6th, one time. And the way that'd be like, say, double zeros and on the front and the back ain't played at all up to this year. And ain't no doubles pair of zeros that played for 4 or 5 months. If you ain't playing triple zeros, then you don't know what's going on. Well, a lot of people don't know what's going on. I didn't know, no, but until I started tracking these numbers. Right now, same with the 2-2, and this is pretty good pickings, y'all. Slim pickings. I like it like that, cause I know I ain't got to guess now. I'm definitely going on this 2-2 on the back. If I play a number with 2-2, you better believe I'm gonna place it on the back. Or a number with a 3-9, I'm gonna place that on the back. Or a number with a 50, I'm gonna place that on the back. I know where to place I know my number placement. I know even where to place the numbers. What the heck? Somebody turned the house down? My 9-year-old didn't go to school today. He said he was sick. But it looked like he must be building in a hospital about now. I have to go out here and see how sick he really is. I might tell him walk to school. I'm just kidding. Their kids can't walk to school no more. They got to get chauffeur driven to school now. Oh, he feeling that good? All the noise he making, somebody making. Okay. Now, I think I covered that. Now let's do this. Get you on what's going on with these pairs. When I was saying mirroring numbers, get mirroring, and I think that's going to kind of cover. So I'm going to be winding it down. If you got any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Believe me, ain't no embarrassment on this channel. I will not embarrass you about no question you asked. And I would hope everybody else would show you that same courtesy, other than helping. I've been blessed with a lot of good subscribers. They've been good people. We work together. Teamwork makes the dream work. And we all work together here. There's no question you can ask that I'm going to embarrass you on. Because we all had to start off new somewhere, not knowing. None of us came in here with all the knowledge in our head, other than how to breathe and see. Mirroring numbers. It looked like more than one didn't go to school. All right. Say 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So what are we doing? Let's say we took the 1,000 numbers and divide them in half. And top, we got the 0, 0, 0, and the 499 make the top half of the bottom numbers. I think as much noise as he making, he played sick. And then we're going to do 500 to the 999. That gives you all 1,000, top and bottom. Reason being, 0 is opposite 5, 5 opposite 0, 1 opposite 6, 6 opposite 1, 2 opposite 7, 7 opposite 2, 3 opposite 8, 8 opposite 3, 4 opposite 9, 9 opposite 4. So let's 0, 1, 1, So you played 011. I'm sorry. Say you played 012, and the live played 567. They just played the opposite number of what you played, or vice versa. You played 567. They played 012. They played the opposite number of what you playing. What you playing. Okay, or any other way of the 6 ways that either one of these numbers can come, it'd be the opposite. Maybe I can demonstrate a little bit more here. Says, this number comes six. They got 3 separate numbers, so 0, 1, 2, 0, 2, 1, 1, 0, 2, 1, 20. 2, 0, 1, and 2, 10. See there, that's any of the way these numbers come. That's here. Now, the same way with the 5, 6, 7. Let's do 5, 6, 7. Let's do 5, 7, 6. Let's do 6. Let's do 6, 7, 5. And let's do 6, 5, 7. And let's do let's do 7, 6, 5. And let's do 7, 5, 6. See, there's the 6 different ways these numbers can come. So if any of these numbers come or any of these numbers come, they just the opposite of each other. So it don't necessarily have to be in the same range. If 021 come and the 021 and the 567 come, they same numbers just opposite each other. You see that? I thought that might be helpful for people to understand. Same numbers just opposite each other. No matter how they come, this can come it can come 210, and this can come 7, 6, 5. They opposite each other. Cause a 0 is a 5 opposite 5, 5 opposite 0, 1 opposite 6, 6 opposite 1, 2 opposite 7, 7 opposite 2. See what I'm saying? They're the same number. They just in different arrangements, but they're the same. They're the opposite of each other. Okay? So the beauty of that, like I was explaining before, on this sheet here, and that's why I put it together to keep it simple. All these columns that I put together, each one of these columns have the number and the opposite in it. All right? Again, like I say, this. Let's take a column. Let's take this 018. The opposite number of this 018 is 563. There it is. The opposite number of the 129 is 674. There it is right there. The opposite of 230 is 785. 785. The opposite of the 341 is 896. The opposite of the 452 is 907. There you are. So if you find out and you find a column, any of these columns ain't paid in 30, 40, 60, 60, 90, 120 days, there's where you're going to get your numbers and play the opposites if they don't play. That's the beauty of this. It's all in numerical order to keep you organized. And it's all, once you start seeing it, it's going to open your eyes so wide a Mack truck will go through it. It's going to open your eyes, but you got to track them. You got to track them. Then you come to the live and we talk about it. And I can explain it where you get closer to winning like you want to win, or as close to winning as you know, where you understand why you lost, how you lost. And when you win, how you win and how to improve your game and improve your play. Working with the law of average. Let the numbers tell you what they're doing. And not playing all kind of different numbers and not knowing why you're playing. All right. Any other questions? I'm retired, so I don't know about y'all. Y'all might have some things to do. I'm easy to get along with. You ain't gonna hurt my feelings with no questions. I love questions because I love explaining. I will be uploading it. I upload all my videos. I upload all the videos. I got 1,800 videos and shorts. 1,800. So I'm about it. I'm about it to be about it. In 2 years. Now the videos ain't matching the subscribers, but sometimes good things take time. So I'm waiting. They'll come to me. Once they done tried everything else like I did, then they're going to say, what was that guy talking about that 111 run down? Let me go back and look at what he was talking about. Because this ain't working. So it just take time. They'll be back. They'll come back. They'll come on. They're going to say, now what was his name? Pick-3 at a glance? Or Pick-3 what? Pick-3 who? Yeah, that one, what's that 1-1 run? All you got to do is say Pick-3 at a glance. I'll pop up, believe me. Yep, I'll pop up. That's how I made the name. He'll come back. I got time. I think I got time. Okay, you will. I'm glad to have you with part of the family. And believe me, I'm here to help. I want us all to get in the winner's circle. But we all have to do the work. Teamwork makes the dream work. But once you go back, catch up, do the homework, everything's going to be downhill because all the numbers going to start falling in place for you, for your state. You can't go off with numbers traveling and saying, well, it's coming to your state. There's no way nobody know that. Nobody. Can't guarantee it anyway. Numbers can be guaranteed, but you always know why you playing your number. I don't care if they tell you it's coming. Don't believe it unless it's part of your numbers that you're playing anyway. Okay. Anybody else? Got any other questions? Oh, you have the lottery? Okay. Good for you. Okay. I hope you learned something today if you've been on here for a while. I'm always trying to improve my teaching and making it as easy and simple for everybody to understand. You're so welcome, Teresa. To understand, hey, like I said, I had trouble in school. I was very, very slow. When they told me they was going to put me in a special class, I went around telling everybody because I was so proud of myself because I thought I was special. They started laughing at me. And I wondered what everybody laughing about. But when I got in class, I figured it out. It was for the slow kids. This works anywhere when they use Pick-3. It works anywhere in the world. If they go to the moon and they play a Pick-3, it works there. Anywhere. And I can explain it. I might can't speak the language on the moon, but I can explain it. You're welcome, JC. I can explain this anywhere. I can play it backward, forward. I can explain it in my sleep. And hopefully you'll understand it. It's simple, believe me. Once you get the wind under a little bit, you'll see how simple it is. I just won the 799 in Illinois evening draw. I just put up where they send me an e-bill because I play online. Every time I win, they send me an email and say, "You won. Check your winnings. You played smart this time." Explain. I miss. Explain what you want to me to explain, Perez. If it's not specific, I'm suggest. Yeah, I'm gonna suggest that I'm gonna upload this video, but I got 1,800 videos Thank you, KJ. Uh, 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 to go and look at those. I'm usually off. I usually take Saturday and Sundays off, unless there's no reason for me to work Saturdays and Sundays because what I have is pretty straightforward. I try to do Monday because then I try to do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays and Fridays, and Saturday and Sundays is my time off. I'm retired, and if I make this a job, I'm gone. I'm retired. I ain't looking to have to do nothing but go to my kitchen and eat and go to sleep and go to bed and transition when the Lord called me. That's all I'm looking to do. And stay here and laugh and grin with my grandkids and watch them grow up and shake my head and say, boy, only if you know what you're in store for. You better get it right now, buddy. You better get it right. Because it's got a long road to toe. It ain't like when we was coming up. It was more of a giving world when I was coming up. Now it's more of a taking world. I hate to say it that way, but it is. It, yeah, it's more of a taking world now that we living in. I'm sorry, y'all, but when I was coming up, it was about giving and helping people. Now is we in a world where I got mine, you get yours. I'm sorry, but that's where we are, and I can see it out of 73 years. I'm the oldest of 11. And if it wasn't for the help that we got from a lot of people, my mother had three sets of twins before, 3 sets of twins and 7 kids before she was 30. She had 3 sets of twins back to back. I'm the oldest of 3 sets of twins. And if it wasn't for people helping us, because in the world today, they probably say, feed them beans and let them poop. That's the attitude of the day now. Feed them beans and let them poop. I hope that ain't too much I'm saying too. Was that too much information? But that's the way the world is today, y'all. That's what's going on. 11 kids. My mother had 11 kids. My father got murdered, and she raised us all by herself, working with people helping her. And then, believe it or not, my mother went to school, got a degree, and became a St. Louis school teacher, and retired as a St. Louis school teacher. And I always say, Ma, if I be half the man you are, I'm going to be a heck of a man. Because I say, I can't even compare no man with you. So, yeah. And she raised us all. You know, my mother, she wouldn't let none of us leave home unless we hugged and kissed each other. Say, you never know if you're going to see your brother again or your sister. And we all close. All close. One don't fall for the other, believe me. We don't roll like that. Yep, man, I'm so blessed. Y'all, if y'all could see me, I'd be crying. I cry crocodile tears when I talk about the blessings in my family and the friends. We have brought people into our families because of the love we have for each other. You believe that? I have the greatest brother-in-laws and sister-in-law a man can ask for. And that's because my mother said when she had all of us, when she had all of us, the social workers was trying to talk her into giving us some of us up because of her struggles. And they would say, well, Anna, her name is Annabelle. Annabelle, what can you give your children? And my mother looked at them in the eye and said, all I can give them is my love. She said, all I can give them is my love. And she raised all 11 of us by herself. And never complained. Never complained. But like I said, she raised all us. She told God to give her a big family. And he did that. Plus he made her a school teacher. So don't ask me why I believe in prayer. Shoot. Yeah, it was. She gave us all the love she had. She said all she could give us was our love. She lived till she was 87. And believe me, y'all, she didn't want for nothing. Nothing. With 11 kids. All right. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Much love, y'all. So play them till they come. Make that money, y'all. Peace and love. God bless. And if you're tracking, you'll soon be packing to Lucky Town. Yep.